Well, hello again. This evening's discussion subject, as I was asked to talk on a number of questions, different topics, different issues, taking one by one. As I said to you all in my earlier videos, I'll be live streaming all through the summer. And I think doing it in this fashion, in this way, then you'll, of course, as I say, all help me improve and the quality, but also the input, and therefore give me the topics to talk about. I thought one topic of particular interest, without wishing to bore everybody with the pandemic and all the collateral effects of COVID-19, which obviously have had collateral effects, side effects, tragedies, I would say globally. I don't think anybody can say that this pandemic has not touched every corner of the earth and every person of every age, from small toddlers up to old age pensioners and all the ages in between. Women, men, children, schools, offices, you name it, people have been affected. I think if we were to make a reflection, all it looks like, obviously we're not yet completely over and through. I just spoke to a very dear friend of mine in Taiwan, which, as you all know, is very near China. And they are actually in this very moment, they're 6 hours ahead of us, 7 Greenwich Mean Time. They are in total lockdown. From a situation where they had no cases, they are now living a moment of total crisis. They're in total lockdown. They have sealed the beaches. And this great friend of mine has 4 Italian restaurants and a beach bar just north of Taipei on the coast in Taiwan. And as I say, you'll all know that Taiwan is just 1.5, 2 hours flight from Shanghai in China. What does that mean? It means that the epidemic, the pandemic, has not moved. It's still there. It's quietly working its way in and through and out and back and front, and it's unpredictable, totally and utterly unpredictable. And I think this unpredictability leads to uncertainty. And so on the one hand, where we're all trying gradually to get back to normal, it's actually made difficult by this unforeseeable and unpredictable situation, which creates uncertainty. Now, nothing is certain in this world, as we all know. We certainly didn't expect what we've lived through in the last 18 months. Nobody could have avoided it, and everybody lived it in their own different way. What I think and hope we've all learned, and obviously the end result will be, again, I hope, ideally hope, and I'm very, really quite convinced that we will pull through, we must pull through, and we will, working together. And I think one of the biggest things that in this, or during this pandemic, has in some way created this feeling of, because for so many months we spent so much time isolated and in quarantine and separated, that it wasn't normal for us human beings. And as a result, and I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to be back together with people, mixing with people, socializing, young with older people, older with younger people, older people with people their counterparts the same age, young people with young people, teenagers, and again, all across, right across the board. If I have to say one thing, I think it would be we're going to have to be very flexible. We're going to have to adapt. We're going to have to adopt new situations, and maybe in some cases, more or less likable to us. But our employability, particularly for the younger generation, is going to, as a result of this, is going to change. Yes, we're skilled. Yes, we're qualified. Yes, we've been to university. Yes, we've done all the right things. But, are we going to find what we're looking for? And how long is it going to last for? So I think what we can all do is look forward, be very positive, and with this positivity about ourselves, excuse me, just a moment, there's a fly there disturbing. I think if we are prepared to be flexible and adapt to maybe new situations, some people have worked remotely and smart working for many years in different countries. In some countries it's a complete novelty. In others it's less of a novelty. But certainly in the schools it was a complete novelty, I think almost everywhere, because of course it's all part of schooling and education, is being together and being in a classroom with the teacher and having that touch and feeling, and your class mates and your schoolmate who's in on the same or shares the desk with you. It's all part of your schooling and your upbringing and your education, and it's one of those things which really makes school. But quite similar in the office, but if you like, in a different way, because of course maybe the environment's a little more formal, and therefore we're not there for a party. Yes, of course we have parties in the office because it might be the Christmas party, it might be somebody's anniversary, it might be a big round of congratulations because somebody gets a promotion, whatever it is. But just to briefly close, I think as a topic we can talk a little about soft skills, which I think soft and hard skills, which are all related to us as people. We should never underestimate our ability and our capabilities as human beings, male or female, makes no difference. Never underestimate what we can do, because let me assure you that we can do a lot more very often than we think. And on that note, I should like to say thank you again and wish you all the very best. And I'll close with a big hurrah. Hurrah, hurrah. Thank you. Goodbye.